honest reviews all the fucking way. Sophie, the book owl. Alright, hey darlings, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sophia, and today we're going to be doing something, unusual, something different, because I haven't done it yet on my channel because I have been thinking a lot about it, and I haven't been my usual confident self, because I thought about this a lot, and I honestly don't want to offend anybody. This is just me giving out the honest reviews that I promised I was going to give out when I started becoming, or when I thought of becoming a book reviewer. Okay, so if you have checked the thumbnail, if you haven't, obviously you would have checked it now, that's why I clicked this video. So if any of those books on the thumbnail happens to be your baby, please just don't put yourself through this torture. Just let it be, okay? I might say something that you wouldn't like, and I don't want you to attack me in my comment section, okay? So please do us a favor and, continue scrolling on YouTube. You can leave the video and continue scrolling and stuff. If you feel you can handle it, then it's no problem. You can stay. But please just don't attack me. I beg of you. Don't report my video. So, today I'm going to be telling you 5 popular books that I absolutely disliked and the reasons why I disliked them. The first book on this list is The Hating Game. If you're one of the lucky ones that follow me on all my social media platforms, my other social media platforms, you would have heard one or two things or many more things I have said about this particular book, okay? I had high hopes for this book, okay? Some of my friends read it and they were like, oh my goodness, I loved it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, wow. I went to read it and I actually felt, for a pessimistic person like me, I actually felt I was going to like it, and I just did not. I don't know, I just forgot I wasn't everyone. And I absolutely disliked it. It was just not it for me. I felt our narrator was over expressive, and he lacked a POV for Josh. Coming from an over expressive POV, and then you enter, the next thing you should enter, for me, the next thing you should enter is a POV that has it direct, straight to the point. No need over, stressing things, She just, And then secondly, she was objectifying her man. Now pause. He kept telling her how he has a problem with being objectified, okay? But then she did it all the way through the novel. Every fucking time Lucy is telling me how tall her man is, how built he is, how this, and sometimes, not sometimes, most of the time she actually tells him to his face, I get it, Lucy, I get it. He's perfect. He's the dream man. I get it. Can we skip to the good part? Did I just But I didn't quite like that. It's just I understand. I already have him imagined. He's already here. You understand? Like, I already have him here. You don't have to describe him like that anymore. Like, it's really not needed. I felt it was not needed, and I think Josh didn't like it as well. Not think, he said it, so he didn't like it as well. And then thirdly, this is the problem. This particular problem is not with the characters, but the plot itself. What happened to them? What happened to their work life? That exactly is what brought the hate and stuff, right? It started when they started working together, right? Okay, fine. What happened? The promotion, blah 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 thingy. What happened? How come we didn't get an update on their work life? What is going? I didn't come here to check if they're going to fall in love eventually. I already knew they were going to fall in love eventually. I knew that. It's why it's called an enemies to lovers trope. I already knew that. I am not here for that. I am not here for that. I am here to check their work life. How did they balance their love life with their work life? What happened? That's what I'm here for. And it's so sad I didn't get an update with that. And apparently, I'm not the only one that has a problem with that. Yes, I have checked. And I didn't like that at all. That would have been really, really helpful. Like, I just needed to know, how did they balance it up? Let's come back to reality, okay? Well, it wasn't there for me. So the second book on this list is The Last Thing He Told Me. Okay, first of all, when I read it, okay, before I read this book, okay, I saw some testimonies on the cover back or the first page, and they're like an unput downable thriller. Yes, this book was marketed as a thriller. I did not like that, because I read it, and this book is a mystery novel. It has no atom, no iota of thrillism. I don't even know if that's a word. There was nothing thrilling about it. It was basically a mystery novel, and I didn't like that it was marketed as a thriller novel. And that happens. That is what's trending these days. I don't like that. Why do authors market their mystery novels as thriller novels? Say it's a mystery novel. I would love it anyways. I don't know. I really don't understand that. So it's a mystery novel that tells the story of Owen and Anna, mostly about Owen and how we discovered that Owen wasn't the person we thought he was, and he had secrets that Anna and Bailey had to figure out because he went missing. So now, problem one, the daughter, Bailey. Bailey was a very rude, I'm about to say motherfucker, but I don't think that would be needed. Bailey was a very rude child, okay? It was not necessary. She made me so fucking angry. I didn't like that. She was a very rude person, okay? Rude to not just her parents, like rude to every other person she comes across with. And then somehow, people would still help her. Make that make sense to me. How is it that she's so rude and people would still help her? That doesn't sound realistic to me, because if you walk up to me sounding all rude and you need my help and you're talking to me rudely, I wouldn't help you. I wouldn't help you. It's the truth. I wouldn't help you. I wouldn't even bat an eyelid, Seth. Okay. This girl just made the Nigerian in me come out. I wouldn't help you. That's just how life is. You don't walk up to someone and talk to them rudely and you need their help and you expect them to help you. No, that didn't make sense. One. And secondly, we needed a badass FMC for this one. I have been waiting for this one for a long while. Like, I have been waiting. I follow Laura Dave on Instagram. I have been waiting for this particular one, and it just did not come. We need a badass female character, because she is the one that's supposed to unravel the whole mystery now. Kilo day. Why is she like? I understand. I'm not trying to say she was a bad person. Get me? She was a very lovable and selfless character. Okay, I liked her for that. But she was a walkover. She couldn't even control Bailey. How is that supposed to be my badass female character? And how is she supposed to unravel everything? Because, like, every time she's like, oh my God, I can't believe I missed this. And then, like, some lines later, it's almost as if she's forgetting what she just got, because she's trying to remind herself that, oh no, Owen loves me. And I just did not understand that. Like, I see. First of all, for me personally, I don't believe that you can actually be married to a man and you wouldn't read the signs. Like, I don't know. For you, maybe it might happen. This is just me saying it because it hasn't happened to me yet. Maybe. You had all these documents, all these credentials and stuff, and you never went through it. This is not like going through it like snooping and, suspecting him. Like, going through it like he's my spouse. I need to know everything about him, right? But then somehow you did not know, and then something happens. Something that happened and isn't quite in line with the character that you're used to, and then you are still doubting everything. It's understandable to doubt it, but now they're dropping facts for you. You're still doing this is not the man. No, Owen loves me. Oh, this one, that one. Oh, that. I just felt, nah. She wasn't the badass female character we needed, honestly. I did not want her to act out of impulse, but I needed her head to be grounded so we can do some findings together. And thirdly, the suspense did not match the twist. The author kept on dumping and dumping suspense. I mean, the suspense got me to this point. I was drowning in suspense. God. I was drowning in suspense, and then I saw a twist and I was like, is this the twist? Oh, Jesus Christ. Is this it? Like, is this what I've been reading? I've been reading 300 plus pages for. I felt like that twist should be, like, the whole mystery, the secrets should have been kept hidden because they're not even intriguing. They were not intriguing at all. I feel like maybe if Bailey happened to be his real wife and they've been hiding it and acting daughter and mother thing, it would have been a really, really good secret, because it would have explained why Bailey was being so rude to Anna and maybe every other person. Maybe she didn't like being in that character. You know, it would have explained a lot of things, but it wasn't so. It was not so. And it's just not. That I didn't like. And then, thirdly, the third book. The third book third book on this list is The Spanish Love Deception. I know. A lot of you loved it. I thought I was going to love it too, because I saw this blurb a long time ago and I was like, wow, interesting. Another language. Yay, you know. But now, okay, first of all, the story was about, you know, it was basically enemies to lovers. I don't even think there was anything fascinating about the whole story. I'm sorry. I don't think there was anything fascinating about the whole story. It was another enemies to lovers trope that was, for me, it was executed perfectly. Yes. We saw when Aaron started liking her and it was broken down. This particular thing I'm talking about, well, it's what I was expecting from even the hating game. Yes, I was expecting that, but it wasn't broken down. It was broken down here. Now, the number one reason why I just didn't like this one. The Spanish that was written in this book was not explained. My darling, what is going on? I am not Spanish. If you haven't noticed, I am black. It wasn't explained, like it wasn't translated. Yes, it wasn't translated. I think they started translating it like 100 pages after. Like, how am I supposed to know what her mother is talking about? How am I supposed to know what her mother is talking about? How am I supposed to know what her sister is talking about? I am not Spanish. I feel like the editors did not like do well for this one. Like, why didn't you remind her that, like the author, that, oh, I think this needs to be like translated so the readers can understand and blah blah blah. I think they started noticing like 100 pages later, and that's when they started. Come on, it wasn't nice. 1, 2, Aaron Blackford. I don't know. I think I would have loved him to have one flaw. I don't know if you've read the book, but Aaron has no flaw. No flaw at all. Never did he, you know, I'm not saying this should be it. Never did he yell at her. Like, I'm not saying he should, and it's like it would be an unhealthy or a very healthy trait. I'm not saying so. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. But then he had no flaw. That's just so. I understand that this is fiction, but try to make it as realistic as possible. Please try to make it as realistic as possible. If he had anger issues, it would be totally understandable, but Aaron was the perfect man. When I mean perfect, I mean perfect as in no flaw, no bad trait, no toxic trait, no nothing. That doesn't sound human to me. I actually, from the beginning of the novel, I actually thought I was going to, get another book boyfriend, but then I didn't see that here. So that is a problem to me. If that wasn't a problem to you, and then I'm sorry. And then thirdly, and most importantly, the dialogues were so fucking unrealistic. Goodness, you would. I'm trying not to drop spoilers, but the dialogues were unrealistic, and I didn't like that. No, come on, don't do that. I put myself in those events, in those particular times, and like I try to position myself in, some of the events. I don't think me or anyone else would say things like that. No, it just sounded so, I don't know, cliche. Yeah. So the fourth book on this list is Nearly All the Men in Lagos Are Mad. I did not like this because it was like a series of short stories. Maybe someone had told me that I should read it like, like tweets. Maybe I would have, enjoyed it. But I just, 2 stories in, I already understood what the author was trying to accomplish. And I could not finish it. And I hate it when I DNF a book. Because, like, you made me do it. Why would you be not good? I don't like that. I don't like it when you make me like DNF a book. Don't do that to me now. You should be good enough, so I don't have to, DNF you. You get me? I don't like that. Don't make me do that. And now the 5th book on this list is The Paris Apartment. Yes, I know. I was supposed to see. I don't know. I downloaded this book with very, high hopes, really high hopes, and I thought I was going to like it. I actually thought I was going to like it because the blog was really, really promising. And then the big problem, it had multiple POVs. And now wait, I don't mean 2 POVs. I have no fucking problem with 2 POVs. You can have 2 POVs of 2 silly people. I have no problem with that. But why do you have a POV for almost everyone in the book? What are you trying to achieve? Because you're not going to achieve that with me. You aren't going to achieve that with me. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. I don't like it when a book has like 4 or 5 POVs. What is going on? Can't we just... What is happening? You're disrupting my thought process. Because Sophie's coming to say this, Ben is saying this. Can't we just agree to, make one person the principal POV, or 2 people, maybe just 2 people, so they can talk about what's going on? I would be really, really glad if that happened in this book, but it did not. And I found it really hard to understand the point of the whole book, and I had to DNF it. I did not finish. And it crushed my soul that I didn't finish this book because I really, really wanted to love this book. When you had high hopes for a book and then you eventually download it or you eventually buy the book and then you don't like it and you try to beat yourself up for it. That's what happened to me because I tried to beat myself up. I was trying to, force myself to understand what the author was trying to say. But the multiple POVs and shit, no, it just made the plot messy, in my opinion. It made the plot messy, and I didn't appreciate that. So these are the books that I did absolutely disliked. Note that I didn't use the word hate because I feel like the word hate is too strong a word to use for books. They're supposed to be your best friends and an escape. If it happens to not be an escape, then you probably just disliked it because of 1 or 2 things in the book. And hate is too strong a word.